Something big, something mega, something copious, something capacious, something kajunga.
Robert Miguel Mornings on Uvalde Radio.
Excellent.
All right, UvaldeRadio.net. Hey, it's Robert Miguel once again here on a rare Saturday morning, broadcasting live from TLC Trinity Lutheran Church in Uvalde, 762 North Getty Street. It's good to be back here and visiting with Pastor Tews and their congregation. It's been a while since we've been here, and we're here for a good reason, man. The third annual Bless a Baby donation drop-off is happening right now. We're here live till 1 p.m., and I'm joined right now by, somebody from the Anderson House who this benefits. We've got Debbie Moore. Hello. Good morning. Welcome. It's cold. I'm clapping because I want to stay warm. Yeah, it's a little chilly out here, but you know what? People don't even have to get out of their car, do they?
Right.
They
can
drive
just
through.
Drive through. Yes, sir.
So that is convenient. That's good stuff. So, Debbie, let's talk about you first of all. Are you local to Uvalde, or are you from out of town?
Yes, sir. No, I'm local to Uvalde. We lived in Carrizo Springs for 20 years, and then has since moved up to Reagan Wells.
Okay.
My husband's retired, and so we moved up there to retire.
Fantastic. So, so pretty much lifelong in this area.
Yes, sir.
So, give me a little bit as a Uvaldean. What do you love about being in Uvalde County in this area? What are just the things you love?
We love the small town feel. We love just last week we needed a particular item for one of our clients. I just put something out on Facebook, and by the next morning we had that item for our client. It was very nice.
Fantastic. Friends, neighbors, we're a tight-knit community. That's awesome. How about as far as like things to do, places that you frequent? You got any favorite restaurants or maybe your favorite river? Give me some of that kind of
We
action.
do love Vasquez's restaurant.
Vasquez,
Oh, yes,
huh?
yes,
Right,
yes, we do. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
And what do you guys do as far as entertainment and I guess locally? Do you do hunting and go to the rivers? So what does that look for you guys on your free time?
We do. We spend a lot of time at the river. Of course, at Reagan Wells, we have that river right there, and hunting. Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Well, it's good to have you here again. Debbie Moore here with Anderson House. Now, what is your role, your position at Anderson House?
I'm the executive director.
Okay, so you're the head chica in charge.
I'm the one that the buck stops here. Yeah.
Very good. Okay. So now, how long have you been with Anderson House?
We have been open for 7 years down in Carrizo Springs. And that was the original 7 years. Back in 2016, we opened up in Uvalde in 2020, and so we have 2 offices.
Now, are you one of the original people that spearheaded this?
Yes, sir.
The Anderson House.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
First of all, pre-Anderson House, give me the inspiration. Tell me what were the events that led up to the opening of Anderson House?
Me included, but the small group of ladies that began this, we were all pro-life, had been all of our lives, but not really doing anything about that. And so the Lord just kind of laid it on our hearts to actually put our feet to what we believed. And so that's what we're doing is here to help moms that are needing help.
So what is, as far as like being a vocal woman that is pro-life, I mean, in a small town like this, not so hard to put it out there, but there are other places where you just can't, you get called names and you're backwards and whatnot.
Right.
What are the challenges of being a vocal advocate for being pro-life?
Well, as you say, here it's very easy.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't have a whole lot of problems with that. Most people would at least say that they're pro-life.
Yeah.
We do struggle a bit sometimes with women that come in that even though they maybe have even been raised pro-life, they're in a situation now where they find themselves maybe seeking an abortion, and so we're here for them.
It's really easy to say you're pro-life until you're faced with that exact issue, right? And I think once you've gone through something like that, then yes, you can go, it's not as simple as it sounds, and I'm sure you guys are sensitive to that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So let's just say I'm that lady, and maybe my heart, I reluctantly am seeking or I'm considering an abortion. How do you handle it? Is there a certain side that you appeal to, or is every lady different? How do you approach that?
Well, for most ladies, for the vast majority of ladies, they have that if something were different in their lives, they could choose life.
Right.
And so we try to figure out, okay, what is that if this were different? And then we try to help them with that. If they were, had some financial security, well, we can help with the material things. That's a lot of what we do. Is we can help with diapers and wipes and formula and those things that make having a baby expensive. And so we are there to help them with that, whatever it is that they're struggling with. We can help them with adoption if they just simply cannot parent at this time in their lives, which, okay, that's fine. What about adoption? We have 4 adoption agencies that we work with that will come in and help our girls with that adoption process.
It must be just really rewarding work. I mean, whenever you meet somebody and they're unsure, but then to see them maybe come around and then have that child and bring into the world.
Yes.
And then I'm sure you hear plenty of stories like, oh my gosh, my life, because I mean, I've got 3 beautiful children.
Yes.
And I can't even, I feel like my life didn't even exist until they were here. I can't remember myself before them.
Sure.
You know, so
sure.
I'm sure, but I'm sure there are some sad stories too where the other side wins.
Absolutely.
But I just, it's very encouraging to see that you're doing good stuff. I have a question about the verbiage of the Anderson House. Now, I know that I think early on, I remember seeing that you guys were like a pregnancy resource center.
Yes.
Along the way, I've seen words like sexual trauma.
Correct.
Now that sounds like something that was a very specific thing. Now, let's go ahead and speak on that for a moment, because that sounds almost kind of dark and looming. Is that by purpose, by reason to bring serious attention to matters, or just let me know what that means exactly?
Sure. So we know that in any given population, so not just down here in South Texas where it's easy to be pro-life, but in any given population, only 0.03% of any given population is abortion-minded. Mm-hmm. So we knew that in a small community, we're going to have plenty of time to do other things. What came along that struck us, the heart of who we are, is sexually related trauma. So men and women who have had past abortions, past sexual abuse, or past miscarriages, we can now as well help them. A lot of times, women who have had those kinds of traumas in their lives will go on to live that promiscuous lifestyle, which is going to lead to the unwanted pregnancy, which is going to lead to the abortion.
Perpetuates everything, right?
Yes, and so if we can find healing for them to begin with, then maybe we can stop the cycle for that particular woman. Wow. So that's why we came at that angle.
Now, you mentioned men. How often do you, I'm sure that's the minority, obviously,
right,
but how often do you serve and counsel or whatever is that men are in these type of situations?
Well, we do a lot with CPS, and so because men are involved with the CPS as well, I have been surprised. About a third of the population that we serve at Anderson House is men.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bigger number than I would have expected.
Me too.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys are doing great work. You're doing God's work, so that's good stuff. Let's just go and talk about the specifics about Anderson House. You said location here in Uvalde, one in Carrizo. Give us the office addresses if you have those on hand,
sure,
and maybe hours, business hours, that
sure,
kind of thing.
So here in Uvalde, we are at 105 North Piper. Our business hours are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. In Carrizo Springs, our address is 701 West Houston, and our business hours there are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 10 to 5.
Now, say a young lady is just kind of walking off the street, wants to stop by your office. What exactly is the process? Is there application? Is there a consultation? Just kind of give me an idea of how that just kind of goes from the moment you meet these ladies.
Sure. So they come in, they do just maybe two pieces of paperwork. I mean, just we need basic information, name, address, that kind of thing, and a photo ID if she's got it. If she doesn't, then we can work around that. But I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
No, it's like you said, a small town. Everybody people waving at us on the street, right on Getty Street. It's cool. Joggers and walkers. Hey, good to have you guys here.
Right. So we do have a little bit of a process. It's going to take all of 10 minutes for her to get in. We show her around, and if that is not what she wants to do, then okay. Then we're not here to force an agenda down anybody's throat. We're here to help if we can, and we want her to feel comfortable.
Now, say she's like, I'm on board, I'm all in. What does the program consist of? How do you where do you go from there?
Right. So if she does, if we're talking about a pregnant woman who's looking to parent, we have a ton of different curriculum. They get to choose what's important to them, like if it's labor and delivery, or if it's maybe she already has children and maybe it's about potty training or something like that. We have a ton of different curriculum. She gets to choose from it. And as she does these classes with us, and it's individually based, so she's not waiting on a class to start. She gets to choose and then work around her schedule. She is able to earn baby bucks. She then can spend the baby bucks back in our boutique, which has everything baby: diapers, wipes, cribs, strollers, and that's exactly what we're doing here today is collecting those things for our boutique. And so there's no money involved. All of our services are always, always, always free.
What a fantastic program, to where that they're getting information, they're learning skills, and then hopefully they're getting a positive message,
right.
a blessing,
right.
And of course it's working out for them financially.
Exactly.
It's great because I'm sure that. Sometimes when it comes to donations, hate to speak, ill of any programs, but you want to be responsible. And make sure that you're getting these items
yes.
to people that are in it.
Absolutely.
They're really dedicated to taking care of that child and to having a better life. And it seems like that's just a good way to kind of keep the checks and balances
yes.
kind of all sorted out.
Yes.
I guess so. So let's go and talk about specifically this particular drive. So first of all, this is the third annual here at TLC. Mm-hmm. Do you guys do any other throughout the year? Any other kind of things like this?
Occasionally, churches will have a baby shower for us and do this kind of thing where they just collect the items for us on a particular Sunday or something like that. So that has happened, or it doesn't have to be churches, maybe a women's event or something like that.
And I spoke to Pastor Tews earlier. Mm-hmm. He's happy to have you guys here for 3 years running now. Mm-hmm. He told us a little bit on his end, but as far as on your side of the story, how did this collaboration with TLC begin?
Oh, goodness. Philip Frank somehow found us. I couldn't even tell you how he found us, but he was here with TLC a couple of years back, and he just fell in love with our ministry mm-hmm. and wanted to do something just much like us. I'm pro-life, but what am I doing about it? Okay,
right.
I can help with Anderson House, and he jumped on board, and he's the one that got the ball rolling, and TLC has just been wonderful in supporting that.
So we're asking for donations, and let me go ahead and get that list out again because I've
mm-hmm.
got it here in front of me, or I had it. I'm just going to get that. So items you can use here are baby clothing, baby soap, shampoo and lotion, diapers and wipes, diaper rash cream, car seats, breast pumps, toothpaste, toothbrushes, pacifiers, bottles, sippy cups. Those are new items that we're looking for here today, or gently used items which include toys, cribs and bedding, crib mattresses, rocking chairs, and diaper bags. Now, there's a list of things that we are not looking for, but we'll go over those in a minute.
Okay.
But as far as these items I just mentioned that you're looking for, what are some of the more needed? What are the things that you could really, really use? Priority.
We size 4, 5, and 6 diapers. We have plenty of the other sizes, but sizes 4, 5,
those
and 6.
Those are the bigger ones, right?
Yes,
okay.
those are the bigger ones, and usually people think of the smaller babies, the newborns, and that's great too. Uh-huh. But we're stocked up on those pretty well right now.
Awesome.
So sizes 4, 5, and 6 diapers and wipes. Wipes are always needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, as an adult, we still use those all the time. So are those pretty much the main thing? Are you guys doing pretty good on the higher, more expensive items? Like the car seats, I would imagine would be a little bit pricier, but you guys are those tend to come in pretty regularly?
Car seats are a little bit more expensive, and so they're harder for the individual to purchase, right. And I get that. But we have had churches get together and kind of pool their resources and get us a couple of car seats. That has been helpful, but we can always use car seats. Car seats are probably one of our biggest items, always being needed.
Right. Yeah. Those kids grow and they need to be safe
yes.
in those vehicles.
Yes.
Again, used items that we're not looking for, we cannot accept here, are going to be car seats, used car seats,
right.
used baby powder, and breast pumps. I think the reason for those is pretty self-explanatory. If they can't stop by today, but they'd like to help out the program, can they drop off something at the item? Is there an online portal? What's the best way to get involved, whether, to write a check or make a donation?
We do have online giving with our website. It's Anderson House PRC for pregnancyresourcecenter.org, AndersonHousePRC.org, and we do have online giving there. Or you can drop by our office, either office, Carrizo Springs or Uvalde, and drop off donations, physical donations or financial donations at our offices.
Fantastic.
That'd be great.
All right, so once again, we're talking to Debbie Moore. She's with Anderson House, and we are broadcasting live from Trinity Lutheran Church in Uvalde, 762 North Getty Street. We're here on the premise till 1 p.m. That's how long the drive is going, and you can just drive through. It's cold. You don't have to get out of the car. Just drive through and drop off some diapers or baby clothing. Again, diapers 4, 5, and 6.
Correct, yes.
Would be really greatly appreciated. Car seats, breast pumps, all that kind of stuff. If you find Uvalde Radio on Facebook, we have posted up that entire list of items they're looking for online. And Debbie, are there any other things, things to mention here about Anderson House in particular you'd like to get out there?
We just appreciate the community. We appreciate the support. We appreciate Trinity Lutheran always being so supportive of us. So just a big thank you to them.
Well, we appreciate what you guys are doing, and thank you so much for sharing this really valuable information. So I know, go get in there and get warm, because it's cold out here. It is cold, but that shouldn't stop you, right? Just drive through. You don't have to get out of the car. And I think they got some hot coffee over there, too. So once again, we are live at Trinity Lutheran Church. Stop by and see us till 1 p.m. Going to get back into regular programming on UvaldeRadio.net.